All right, everyone, welcome back to DG360. This is going to our YouTube channel. This is very interesting to me. The MISC Dart. What is it? A new leak, only 24 hours old. I want to watch it with you guys from the Citizen Leaks YouTube channel and react to it. Not quite sure what the MISC Dart is, but we'll find out. And welcome, Team Nova Gaming, to the fam. Mom twirling her knives in approval. That is my mother. She is crazy and I love her. Just like I love you. What's up, E-Rad? Let's watch the MISC Dart. Citizen Leaks. Okay.
Hey gamers, I'm Hater115 and welcome to Star Citizen Leaks. What is the MISC Dart?
I feel like Hater has changed his speech patterns. If you've noticed in the comments on the videos, they're like, Hater sounds like a self-absorbed prick. And I don't think he does. I just think he's a kid. He's a kid. He's like 17 years old or something. Execute, let me know that Hater, the head of the Star Citizen Leaks community, is a younger kid. He's just a younger kid. He's a younger kid with all this power and all this information. So I think he's read the comments and he's starting to self-edit his own voice. I don't know. This is my own opinion, but I really think that he's like self-editing himself, which a lot of content creators do, because his voice, his tonality is different. It's different.
The big question of the day,
Just
or is it?
Throwing that in there for
Before we talk
commentary.
about that Star Wars A-Wing type motherfucker plastered on the video's thumbnail, we need to talk about the concept of shelving. Shelve,
Right,
and its
right.
associated term shelving, is a concept defined by Google as to decide not to proceed with the project.
What's this
plan,
spinning?
either temporarily
Oh.
or permanently. Would you believe it or not that Cloud Imperium Games has an extensive list of shelved items, particularly ships? When it comes to Star Citizen, there are many ships that exist publicly, either
Yes.
in concept or in game.
I know,
There lies
right?
Behind these public-facing ships, numerous ships that haven't yet made the cut. Ships that weren't good, ships that weren't interesting, ships that didn't make sense, or ships that you might want to save.
Yeah, this new tone, I'm not quite sure it's cutting it for me, but I like it better than the old tone. Like, we took a step in the right direction. It's like the flight test. It's like the new flight model, right? It's not what we want, but it's a step in the right direction. The spinning shelves, though, totally unnecessary. Hater, I'm just giving you like constructive criticism. I didn't like the spinning shelves. And if you see here, the audience didn't like the spinning shelves either. It's very disconcerting to most of us. Now let's get back into the video.
Save for later. CIG allows us peeks into this hidden library very, very rarely, with the most recent peek into this hidden past being the mysterious Argo vessel shown on an ATV just last week.
Yeah, and that was a horrible idea. This thing, I think there's one person in our community that liked the Frisbee of Death. Like this, no, E-Rad. No, I can't believe you like this too. This is like what they did to the 300 series. The 300 series, they ruined it. The old 300 was great. The new 300 looks like a banana. Oh my God, we got a lot of people thinks that this is cool. This is terrible. This looks like a Frisbee on steroids. This looks like a terrible version of a I can't believe you guys. Fed says, I like the 300. The new 300 looks like a banana. Take that. And this is a horrible look. I'm glad that this was a concept that didn't get in. So take that.
As you can see from the vessel shown, there's a lot of
Team
work
Nova.
on the ship done. Animations, basic coloring, a hollowed out cockpit. Let's look at another shelved concept real quick. The Origin G12 rover. What? You may ask, didn't this just come out? Sure, it did. However, the ship has existed for quite a while. CIG loves to pull on the old concept shelf once in a hot minute to patch up some sail windows, this G12 being one of them. This shelf is full of projects neither cancelled or finished, just a twilight zone of ship concepts that may be used in the future. Now that we've
All right, we're talking about ships. We're kind of, we need to like move it a little bit forward here, Hater, just a little bit. And yeah, the G12's totally Knight Rider. You are Michael Knight. We gave that away a couple months back when it first came out. The G12 it is such like it is kit, and when you get inside, it should be like, "Hello, Michael." That is exactly what it should do when you start it up. It's exactly what it needs to do.
Of the shelf.
Oh God!
Let's reach behind the veil and grab the Miyuashi Industrial and Starflight Concern Dart, aka the MISC Dart. What is this lovely canceled vessel?
Oh, what is this?
It's a spaceship, probably gray, and MISC's first foray into a line of fighters. Before we go too far into this, I want to credit the 4 artists who made this episode possible. Sam Monahan, who created the 3D model used for reference by all of the artists who I'm about to mention, out of some shitty sketches my source made. Lost, who using the 3D models created posed imagery and the lovely Eclipse throwback image right here.
I like that he's doing this.
The lovely flyby image that's also used on the thumbnail.
I like
and
this.
Vulcan 13, who created this lovely dart and
I like that he's giving credit to the people that actually put the work into the leak, so that we had like some type of visualization for it. That's cool. I like that he did that.
Light. So, the MISC Dart. Loaded with 4 size 3 hardpoints, 2 gimbaled, and 2 fixed gatlings embedded into 2 holes on the bottom of the ship. These things are non-removable, by the way, as
I'm not quite sure I like the design.
This fighter is ready to rumble. I will note now that while I do not have information on components such as shields, power plants, random crap, I'm personally going to speculate it's going to lean towards a stronger hull and shield composition, while focusing less on its thrust power.
Yeah. 1950, yeah, it's got a 1950 look.
Visually, this Dorito has that good old MISC flair, in which it looks like a stone you pick up to skip over a river. Alongside the MISC branding comes the odd bit of alien design, which seems to be a staple of MISC.
MISC brings in Xi'an type designing to it. We know it with the Reliant, and it does have that kind of MISC look to the outside of the hull.
Seems to come along in the form of odd landing gear.
Two 1950s for
wheels
me.
Or skids. The Illyrians are the skids. They move down and split up in order to provide the pilot, the Dart, a lovely place to land on. Of course, you may say,
that'd be
isn't
neat,
this
Cash.
kind of unnecessary and doesn't really add any function? Just useless form that only hinder the pilot? To which I would respond with, you took the words right out of CIG's mouth. Let's just talk a moment on the ship's development history for just a second. Beginning and ending from early to late 2019.
And it's ailerons, by the way. It's ailerons. The word is ailerons. And I'm not too sure I like the ailerons. I'm not quite sure I like the design of this ship. I'm not quite sure I like this. I'm trying to decide whether I like it or not, knowing that MISC kind of has this look to it, but the ailerons and the wings are not really. It's almost like it reminds me like of a MISC and a Crusader ship kind of had a baby. It kind of has a Crusader-y MISC feel about it, and I'm not quite sure I like the ailerons. I'm not quite sure I like the wings right now. And it has like a definite kind of retro 1950s feel to it that I'm not quite sure I'm feeling right now. I like Cash's idea where Cash said it could be a parasite to his hull B, like something that you could dock onto the hull B and, lift off from the hull B in case of emergency type ship. Kind of neat. But I don't know. It's a baby Eclipse. Yeah, it does kind of look a little bit like an Eclipse, Cash. It does kind of look a little bit like an Eclipse. What's up, Drake? Welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, pilot's view isn't limited enough to be a MISC ship, says Drake. That's hilarious, dude. That's great, Drake. Eran says, I want an Argo fighter with the Frisbee.
Dart was being created at a decent pace, good enough to call the current designs as of its shelving gray box, as described by a few of my sources. I will note that this is the 2019-2020 version of Gray Box, where this thing, it's looking pretty juicy. When getting nearer to that lovely finish
it does kind of have a
the
Banu feel.
Team behind the ship made a couple of realizations. What is MISC doing making a light-medium fighter? Or medium-light fighter is probably the better way to put it. What is the landing gear's purpose?
Like, MISC doesn't have an attack ship per se, although you could debate that with the Freelancer, because the Freelancer was owning it up as an attack ship. Like, you know, the freelancer actually does a pretty good job in a PvP kind of role, believe it or not. So, but like generally speaking with the lore, you know, MISC is not like an attack-based type ship, so it's a good question.
What does
Looks like
this new fighter in general add to our game?
It sucks. Yeah, it got nerfed
These
now,
questions,
Erad. You're
including
right.
a couple other issues, led to the shelving of the Dart. Of course, this shelving may just be a moment, or maybe forever. The shelves of Christopher Roberts is one that holds many failures, or possibly.
But didn't everything get nerfed in 3.10? I watched your review, by the way. If you guys have not seen it, go to Erad's channel if you're watching, and he does a review on 3.10 that I think is stellar. Great job on that review. I watched that. I thought that was a wonderful video, Erad. You did a great job on the 3.10 review. Very well done, man. Very well done.
Flowers ready to bloom. That about wraps up today's drips and drops. Sorry for being a tad late on this. Work comes a calling, and you guys aren't the ones paying my rent. So, what do you guys think about the Dart? Any good? Would you buy one of these babies if it were made available today?
I say
or
no.
do you think it should just rot on the Chris Roberts shelf?
With the caveat of what Cash said, it could be a cool ship that's a docking ship to other MISC ships.
Maybe you should post about it over on CIG's social media. Who knows? Maybe they'll talk about it. Otherwise, if you enjoyed what you saw today, hit that like. Or alternatively, if you want to see more content in the future, give us a subscribe. Don't worry though, if you're on our Discord, you're pinged all the same. Thanks to our Patreons on Patreon for our kind donations that make the show and our Discord.
So that sounds like it's it, and they're kind of wrapping it up. But to me, I think the Dart's a no, personally. Not quite sure. Did they even talk about price point or any idea what the price point of this? A medium fighter. So we got to remember, no, hater is not failure to report, but there are times where it does sound like a D-Red. But no, I would say to me, price point, if it's a medium fighter for MISC, you know, you got to think about the fact that the Cuddy is a medium fighter at the $110-ish range. So you're going to expect this to be over $100. I would expect this to be over $100, like the 100 to 100, you know, like maybe 120, 125. Somewhere thereabouts. It's going to be another kind of 100 to 150 type, you know, priced ship. Then we can get into the discussion about ship sales in general right now, you know. But I think I've talked about enough of that till I'm blue in the face about ship sales and why they do it and why it's necessary that they do it, even though it's like a necessary evil, you know. And it feels sometimes a little bit forced. It feels sometimes that they're continually milking us, but they do need the money to continue development of the game, period. But yeah, I won't get into that. So interesting.